Magellan was the son of Roy de Malgajes and Alda de Mesquita, members of the Portuguese nobility. At an early age, he became a page to Queen Leonor, wife of John II and sister of Manuel I in Lisbon. In early 1505, he enlisted in the fleet of Francisco de Almeida, first Viceroy of Portuguese India, whose expedition King Manuel sent to check Muslim sea power along the African and Indian coast and to establish a strong Portuguese presence in the Indian Ocean. During a naval engagement at Cananore on the Malabar coast of India, Magellan is said by the chronicler Gaspar Correa to have been wounded, though Correa states that during this early period of his Indian service, Magellan acquired considerable knowledge of navigation. Little is known Magellan's first years in the East until he appears among those sailing in November 1506 with Nono Vaz Pereira to Sofala on the Mozambique coast, where the Portuguese had established a fort. By 1507, Magellan was back in India. He took part on February 2 to 3, 1509 in the Great Battle of Dio, in which the Portuguese defeated a Muslim fleet and thereby gained supremacy over most of the Indian Ocean. Reaching Cochin in the fleet of Diogo Lopez de Sequeira, he subsequently left for the Malay city-state of Malacca. Magellan is mentioned as being sent to warn the commander of the Portuguese ships in Malacca's waters of impending attacks by Malays. During the subsequent fighting, he saved the life of a Portuguese explorer, his close friend Francisco Serrao. Magellan attempted to return to Portugal afterward but was unsuccessful. At a council held at Cochin on October 10, 1510 to decide on plans for retaking Goa, which the Portuguese had captured earlier in the year but then lost, he advised against taking large ships at the season. Nevertheless, the new Portuguese governor in India, Alfonso de Albuquerque, did so, and the city fell to the Portuguese on November 24. Magellan's name does not appear among those who fought. The Portuguese victories off the eastern coast of Africa and the western coast of India had broken Muslim power in the Indian Ocean, and the purpose of Almeida's expedition to wrest from the Arabs the key points of the sea trade was almost accomplished. Yet, without control of Malacca, their achievement was incomplete. At the end of June 1511, therefore, a fleet under Albuquerque left for Malacca, which fell after 6 weeks. This event, in which Magellan took part, was the crowning Portuguese victory in the Orient. Through Malacca passed the wealth of the East to the harbors of the West, and in command of the Malacca Strait, the Portuguese held the key to the seas and ports of Malaysia. It remains only to explore the wealth-giving Moluccas, the island of spice. Accordingly, early in December 15, they sailed on a voyage of reconnaissance, and after reaching Banda, they returned with spies in 1512. By mid-1513, Magellan was back in Lisbon, but he soon joined the forces sent against the Moroccan stronghold of Azamor. In a skirmish that August, he sustained a leg wound that caused him to live for the rest of his life. Returning to Lisbon in November 1514, he asked King Manuel for a token increase in his pension as a reward. But unfounded reports of irregular conduct on his part had reached the king. After the siege of Azamor, Magellan was accused of having sold a portion of the war spoils back to the enemy. And that's the story of Ferdinand Magellan.